Good afternoon, everybody. Live from the third largest city in the United States of America, Chicago, Illinois. It's The Drive with Mario Smith. I am Mario Smith. Thank you for watching on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon supported devices. It is Tuesday, I think. It's Tuesday? Tuesday. I almost said August, April 19th, 2022. It is 3 o'clock in the Midwest, 4 o'clock on the East Coast, 1 o'clock on the West Coast. Thanks, you guys, for being around today. We got a lot to talk about today. Full slate of stuff, and we will be interacting with you. More on that in a moment. Let me bring in my man, Mr. Jay Gliss from the beautiful city of Beaverton, Oregon. Jay Gliss, what's happening, brother? How are you today? Look at you.
How's it going?
Yeah. It's all right.
Little.
Been a busy day. I did a lecture today with journalism students at Truman College here in Chicago, one of the city colleges of Chicago. Thankfully, that was a virtual lecture, so I didn't have to leave my house. I just needed to look good from the neck down. And it was fun. Got to talk about my career, as it were, and poetry and all kinds of cool stuff. It was a good time. And then I found out that my taxes finally got accepted, because what you don't know is all night last night, I tried to finish my taxes, and there was one thing missing. It was a form I never got, and I had to wait until this morning to get my taxes approved, but they've been approved. I'm not going to go to tax jail. They're not going to Wesley Snipes me. I'm good to go. I will be celebrating later. I just found out while I was talking to Hal, by the way, that I got my taxes approved.
Well, that's good. And the lecture thing sounds cool. Isn't that has to be the best thing to come out of the pandemic, right? The whole you don't have to leave home to do stuff thing.
Yeah, because you know the biggest part of all that was Professor. By the way, shout out to Professor Benjamin Ortiz. Ben Ortiz, an old friend, poet. This all started because he and I got into a bit of an argument when I interviewed the head of the Chicago public school system in the midst of this walkout that they had when we first started doing the show. As a matter of fact. Yep. And after we calmed down and resolved our super minor difference, he goes, "Man, I'd love for you to come and speak to my class." And I was like, "Of course." And I did it today, and it was fun. It was fun. And being at home was great, because my prep was minimal. I just needed to make sure that I was in front of the computer, and I got here I was in front 5 minutes early, and he was right there waiting on me. So it was cool. We had a good time. It was like an hour. I'm no lecturer, but we had a lot to talk about, and it was a good time. So thank you to everybody at Truman College and the city colleges of Chicago for making that possible today. I felt like a big shot for about an hour. And then that's when I realized my taxes still weren't right. So we had to get right back into the taxes again.
Grounded.
It's been a day, man. Oh my God. It's been a day. I learned today. I'm not the procrastinator. But like the last 2 years of the pandemic, I had nothing else to do anyway. So like when I got my W-2, which was all zeros, it was easy for me to do my taxes in February. We started doing this show, and I started doing other things as we were coming out of the pandemic, and I completely lost track of time. So like every time I would see a commercial, I go, "Oh yeah, I better do those." And that was like in March. And then Sunday comes, I'm like, I can't do them today because beer is taking over. But it's all good now. I'm much calmer than I was after the show last night. It was not good, but we're all done. Yeah, it's cool. And the other thing before we jump into the show too, I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to drink coffee, Gliss. I don't know.
Why is that?
Because I was shot out of a cannon, and then right before the show, I crashed and I got extremely sleepy. I'm like, "Oh, I can't. This is ridiculous."
That's why I keep it going.
I can't do that. You seen the standings on the fantasy baseball, by the way? Thank you.
Yeah. You're looking good.
Thank you very much. Number 2.
I'm just happy. I was in 12th over the weekend, so I'm just happy I moved up a little bit.
Yeah, I was like in 6th place or something. It wasn't good, but it worked out fine.
I'll take 6th over 12th.
Hey, you should, because I think Hal's mom might be in 12th. This is not good.
Yes, yeah, she is.
We'll help her out. So yeah, man, lots to do today, and now that I have the energy of a 6-year-old that's ate a whole big meal, I'm so tired. We will get on with it. Thanks to everybody who's watching us on Back Channel, by the way. And I want to remind you that you can start early in the morning with Back Channel and last all day with us if you like. Haley Analysis, good morning, is at 6 a.m. Eastern. Live Every Day with Liv Harrison, except for Tuesdays and Thursdays, is at 8 a.m. I caught Kate and Will this morning. An amazing show, really good show. Begins at 9 a.m. Eastern. Get on up with Jam and Renee. Our buddies starts at 10 Eastern. At noon is the Anthony Davis show. At 2 p.m. Eastern, you just saw him if you were watching. I just saw him. It's your pal Hal with Hal Rudnick and producer Travis, and that's at 2 Eastern time, and then it's us. And I just wanted to remind you that you're here live with us on Back Channel, the only place on your Echo device where you can watch and listen and learn and get all the news and fun and Gliss talking about us getting gigantic contracts and all kinds of cool stuff. And you can chat with us as well in real time. I'm your host, Mario Smith. We're here every Monday through Wednesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Now, how do you get involved with the show? It's real easy. All you have to do is send us a chat. And you can do that by going to your Echo Show or Fire TV device, especially if you're watching on one of those, and just say Alexa, and then whatever you have to say to get into the show, right? And if you're just listening right now on an Echo speaker and you cannot see what I'm doing, just go to backchannel.tv and click join the chat. Once again, backchannel.tv, backchannel.tv, click join the chat. If you see the subscribe button, press it and subscribe like Jean did. And Mirror Man in New Jersey, and Jury in Puerto Rico, and Abject Otter in London. They've all done it. They've all subscribed. And we really appreciate it. And thank you very, very much. Just to clean up some stuff, Maldiri Lifesavers is wondering why I don't have Craig Hodges or Kirk Heinrich on my Chicago Bulls Mount Rushmore. No. But, again, Bulls were dope for a long time. Way before they won championships, they were an interesting team. They had a lot of characters on it. It would be hard to come up with just 4 guys. For me, that would be difficult. So I won't be doing that because I don't want to make myself or put myself in any trouble. Let me just welcome all of you guys to the show. Let's run over 2 quick headlines and then we will start everything. This is troubling. A police officer in Michigan who killed Patrick Loyola after a traffic stop pressed the gun against his head when firing the fatal shot. An expert who performed an independent autopsy for the man's family said earlier today. Dr. Werner Spitz confirmed what was seen last week on video. Loyola was shot in the back of the head while face down on the ground during a vigorous struggle with a white Grand Rapids police officer on April 4th. Spitz appeared at a news conference with lawyers for Loyola's family, who said they believe video collected and released by police shows that the 26-year-old refugee from Congo was resisting the officer, not fighting him. Quote, "You never see a fist, you never see a knife, no baseball bat, no gun, no nothing," Ben Johnson said. "This was not a deadly force scenario. Never gave a warning, halt, or I'm going to shoot you, or other words that we can all imagine." And finally, in our headlines today, the confusion over the mask. We're going to talk about it in a minute. A pilot over the loudspeaker on a cross-country Delta Airlines flight that passengers told everyone on a passenger flight on a Delta flight that they were no longer required to wear masks, getting cheers from the crowd and prompting some on board to immediately toss their face coverings onto their seats. Feel free to burn them at will, a train conductor told New Jersey commuters. Other passengers were confused, startled, and angered by the abrupt change. However, especially those who booked trips in the belief that their unvaccinated children will be traveling in a masked environment. A federal judge's decision yesterday to throw out a mask requirement on public transportation did away with the last major vestige of federal pandemic rules and led to a mishmash of newly locally created rules that reflected the nation's ongoing division over how to battle the virus. And those are the headlines at the top of the hour. When we come back, we'll have news from around the world, including more information about those masks. Stay tuned, everybody. It's the Drive Smith. Be Like Organic Tiger and Remarkable Anaconda and Marty's first time on the show. Thank you guys for being around. Organic Tiger, same thing. First time on the show. Thank you so much. It's The Drive with Mario Smith, and we'll be back right after these words. Welcome back, everybody. It's The Drive with Mario Smith. Remarkable Anaconda says hello, by the way, Bliss. So we have to say hi back. Hello, Remarkable Anaconda. Nice to meet you. Anacondas are already remarkable, though, aren't they? That's like a super big thing. But I get it. I'm not claiming redundancy. I'm just saying it's big. Gliss, did we get any update on our contract demands for $45 million? No word.
No, I haven't heard anything yet.
All right, just checking. I'll check every couple of days.
All right, sounds good.
See what happens. I mean, at some point, someone's going to be like, "Stop talking about that. It's not ever happening." Or they'll be like, "We can't go that high." But
well, I don't know. I have my weekly meeting tomorrow. I've considered just faxing over.
Hey,
writing something up and just asking them to sign it.
Can I send you a copy of my fingerprint to serve as my signature, right, to co-sign with the $45 million request?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, we'll just send it to them. I'm not going to say I'll trick them into signing it. I'll just...
Please don't try to trick them. Just be real honest. Like, look, for real, this is what we're talking about. Just,
will you sign this?
Is this in your purview to sign? Can you sign this?
Please.
But, sir, gentlemen and ladies, can you all co-sign on this $45 million request? Hal might ask for $100 million. Liv is the star. She might ask for $150 million. I think we're being modest. That has been on my mind during all this tax junk. I just kept thinking, man, what if we really did make that much money doing this? That'd be great. Alas. Thank you again to Remarkable Anaconda for saying hello. Appreciate that. And who else is here? Let's see. Melissa, Spooky Beaver, Organic Tiger, Marty, all you guys. Gary T's watching on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. If you'd like to send me a chat, please do. Like the others have done, like Gary's done and all that. You can see me right now. If you can see me right now, and you're watching on an Echo Show or Fire TV device, the magic word is say Alexa, say hello, whatever you got to do on your visual, because we haven't talked yet, and I would love to talk to you. If you're just listening to us right now on an Echo speaker and you can't see me, go to backchannel.tv and click join the chat. Once again, please, backchannel.tv, click join the chat, be a part of the program. We're doing things, got some stuff in the hopper. It's gonna be fun around here, and we'd love for you guys to be on it with us. And don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to tell people about us too, please, and come back, and everything else. Also, it's today it's a Chamber of Commerce Day in Chicago. The sun is blazing. I don't have my heat on, but if I could describe my building, it's very open to the sun. So in this long sleeve shirt, I'm dying. It's 855 degrees. I know I complain all the time. It's really hot. So I think in the next break, I'm going to look different because it's warm. But I wanted to wear my Nottingham Forest shirt today. Can you guys see this? You see this, Gliss? You going to look? See?
Yeah, I see it.
All right.
I like it.
Yes, that is a team in England. I'm an Arsenal fan, of course, but I saw this and I was like, yeah, I like that logo. And then it's Nottingham Forest, which cracked me up because I'm like, oh, wow, just like Robin Hood. Although that was Sherwood Forest, but Nottingham, whatever. So, yes, that's what we're doing. This is coming off because it's damn warm in here. So yesterday, a judge said, a federal judge appointed by Donald Trump, pardon me, said, you know what? No more masks. We're done with that. And everybody went berserk. No mask. And then people on the other side went berserk. No, we got to keep wearing masks. I know here in Chicago, on the public transit authority rails and buses, and on the electric line on Metro, it's masks. Most people in the city are like, yeah, you guys go ahead and not wear them. We're wearing masks. I foresee, Bliss, that this is going to be a bigger issue in short order because there's a section of people that are just like, hey, you don't have to wear no mask. And I'm wondering what happens if those numbers go up again, like significantly go up because there are no masks, which they're
there's
going
some
to do.
trends that are kind of suggesting that might happen.
So
Lindsay and I actually had to have a conversation about this because, as you know, we're taking a family vacation next month.
That's right.
And the cruise lines are very strict about it. So you have to not only test negative within 48 hours, but you have to show proof of vaccination. And we're just a little worried about it just because of the simple fact we have 4 kids coming with us. So not only is that 6 chances that someone could possibly test positive, but it's in particular with the 2 little ones, you know, they're around other little kids and you know, she was talking about the fact that a lot of these variants right now, there's a lot of kids that aren't showing symptoms at all. So you could just have like, you know, a little bit of cold or something and might not know you have COVID. So we're going to be extra diligent, I think, over the next, you know, month or 2, especially, you know, we're coming up on summer. Hopefully, you know, as the weather gets, if the weather ever gets nicer, I don't know.
Oh gosh.
But it's because it's been like second winter here for the last 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on.
Same.
Yeah. And, you know, all the storms in the South and all that stuff, it's been kind of nuts, but hopefully as the weather gets nicer and people get outside more, we won't have to worry about it as much. But it is kind of like, and we talked about it when a lot of places started lifting, you know, the mask mandates. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. Like it kind of, for me, I've said like, it kind of depends on where I am. Like if I'm in a gas station by myself, I'm not worried about it. If I'm in, you know, Home Depot where there's 300 other people walking around, then, you know, I'm probably going to wear my mask. But the numbers are definitely showing that it might be trending the wrong way. So,
and here it is. The other night or the other day, we had a big event at the venue I work at, the Promontory, the lovely Promontory here in Hyde Park, and there was a bunch of kids around. I wasn't thinking about COVID. I was thinking about every other form of disease, though, because there's kids around. And I'm like, wearing a mask. Went to a party. Carry it well too. Went to a party. I mean, we had a dude throw up.
Yeah, right.
Went to a party that night at the same place. Not one person had a mask on. And I'm like, yo, I got to get out of here. Because although we've got super high ceilings and there was plenty of ventilation and all that cool stuff, I'm still like, no. And then I find out a good friend of mine who I was with a couple of days ago got COVID the other day. So it's like, you know, masks work. The idea of wearing them is smart. You've seen people in China and South Korea and North Korea and most parts of Asia wearing masks way before this happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you know, that might be such a bad idea. And that judge killed that order and people are out here celebrating and being super happy. And I'm just like, yo, you know, I don't get it. I'm looking at a text from her now saying she really wants to feel better, but she's not feeling good. And this is COVID. COVID is super real and it's not easy. It's a debilitating thing. And people are acting like, yo, you know, and you get on an airplane where it's recirculated. Man, I'm wearing a mask. I feel compelled to wear a mask. I don't see the value in not wearing one. I understand. I'm tired of wearing it too. And I'll pick my spots. If I'm outside, I probably won't be wearing one. But if I'm indoors, it's going to be tough for me to not wear one.
And to your point, like there's other, I had that thought when a lot of the, the mandates were lifted as well, is like, I kind of like the fact that I haven't gotten the flu in several years. I remember the last time I got a really bad flu, and man, that is not fun. So like, you talk about some of the Asian countries that actually, have been doing that. They take this precaution regularly, like when there's, whether it's flu season or whatnot. It's kind of opened my eyes to the fact that, man, it's kind of nice to like not have to worry about people as much when I go out and, we go out in the world and we're around people and we're touching touching things that other people have touched, and
right,
certain,
grocery
air that other
stores.
people, grocery stores come to mind in particular. And yeah, it's kind of nice to like not have to think about that, because it's like I got my mask on, I'm washing my hands, I'm doing my thing, so like I can have some self responsibility as to like if I'm getting sick or bringing home stuff to my kids. So I kind of like that aspect of wearing the mask outside of the COVID part of it.
Right. And now my worry is because the Justice Department, because the justice that made this decision is saying, yeah, okay, no masks because they violate the law, blah, 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 blah. What if it goes to a higher court and then they're like, no, you should wear masks. It doesn't exceed the health or the boundaries of the CDC, and wearing masks will keep people from getting COVID. It doesn't see. I know I've been doing this for 3 years now. I think wearing the mask keeps you from getting sick, especially if you're vaccinated, especially if you've gotten that booster. The chances of you being hospitalized are reduced greatly. And now all of a sudden, I don't want to wear the mask. That's selfish to me. So I am mad curious to see. It's usually 2 weeks. So mark it. Today would be officially the first day. 2 weeks from today, let's see what those numbers look like across the United States. They're already trending up. They're trending up in Chicago too. But the hospitalizations remain low, which is the thing that they're judging. If hospitalizations start to go up too, that means deaths probably. And that's a problem. Right now, it's up, but hospitalizations remain down. We'll see what happens. I'm being real honest with you, man. I am not giving that mask up right away. And even more now because my friends that get around me are getting sick, and we've avoided it for 3 years. So. And this is my pod. Can't get sick with the pod. How does that work? Let's see here. Corinne is here. Hello. LeBron James is here. Rugged Catfish. Umut. Jessica is here. Corinne's in Ohio, by the way. Resilient Beaver. Remarkable Anaconda. And of course, Bliss, my favorite. Chewy, start the ship. I got to get all my Millennium Falcon dialogue together for Chewy. We have fun with Chewy. And among others that have dropped the mask, Uber. Now, here we go. I take Uber every week, 2-3 times a week. I'm not taking my mask off in an Uber. I'm not. I'm not doing that. I let the windows down. Matter of fact, the last 2 Ubers I got in, the driver's like, you don't have to wear your mask. I was like, oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want to let the window down too.
And that part kind of bothers me a little bit because I've told you I drive Lyft and Uber sometimes. Lyft more so just because it seems to, in my area, you get more rides. But I know from the driver's side of things, before you log on, it asks you if you're wearing your masks. It asks you to crack your windows if possible, if there's no bad weather. And it actually, Lyft, they now ask you when a passenger gets out of the car, it will ask the driver if they were wearing their mask, and you have to like submit whether or not they are. So they do track that kind of feedback. So I don't know. Again, like I get it. Like the mask thing is now an optional thing, but I feel like in settings like that, like, come on, just do the right thing. It's not that big of a deal. I take my mask off a lot in between rides, and
if nobody's in your car, yeah,
no one's in my car. I'll roll down my windows a little bit more, until I get close to the, next person, air the car out a little bit. But yeah, I don't like things like Uber, airplanes. I don't know why we're in such a rush. I get it, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just a mask.
I swear to God, you would think people were wearing the Bane mask and a gag ball.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, it's not. We're not doing that. It's a mask.
You don't have to be so dramatic about it. Yeah.
And then people are getting all like, if you watch any viral video of someone on a plane getting removed by a marshal because they were asked to wear their mask, I imagine now the level of talking is about to go through the roof. With people going, I don't have to wear this mask anymore. I swear, geez, sit down. Enjoy the flight. I don't want people breathing all over me though. I'm wearing a mask. On
And
a
I can
plane,
sympathize a little bit. Like when I flew out to the East Coast, when I flew out to Florida,
yeah.
wearing a mask on a 5-hour flight, not
Yeah.
easy. It's
No.
not easy. It's uncomfortable, but I don't like being in an airplane anyways. I don't want to be there in the first place.
Right.
So it's just like another thing, it's like, and it's, to protect myself. So I'm not going to get sick. And that's actually, speaking of the last time I got the flu, the last time I did get the flu was in 2012. We were taking our kids to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
I got the flu on the flight to Florida and had a miserable vacation. I stuck it out for the first 4.5 days. The last like 36 hours, I was literally just out in the hotel room. Like I just couldn't even stand up. I was so I mean, again, why not avoid things like that, especially when you're on an airplane with 100 and something other people sitting.
That's what I'm saying.
Sitting a couple inches away from you.
You don't lose anything with it. It just seems to me it's so much to get that you don't want without it. But people are we are so driven by stupidity sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling people stupid.
I think part of it's entitlement. It's just like
that's a better word than stupidity, because I don't want people to think I'm referring to people as being stupid. But it's not very well thought out. If your defense is, well, I'm tired of wearing a mask. I'm tired of wearing it too. But I don't want to die, and I don't want to get COVID, and I don't want to see my friends get it. And again, I'm watching my friends get it now. And it's like, yo, it's not over. We played that song from the young lady a couple of weeks ago. The pandemic isn't over. Because you want it to be over doesn't make it over with. And because most of these folks who were forced to wear masks probably didn't get vaccinated to begin with. So they're already out here just wilding. And here we are,
And it's for the sake of just not wanting to do it, and like you said, because people like, I don't want to do it. I have the right to not do it.
My freedom.
My freedom. But it's, come on now. That doesn't mean you can't. There's a difference between having the right and just doing the right thing. And so like in this situation, we've been, like you said, we've been through this for several years now. So when we start to see a little bit of a rise in the numbers, like, why not just buckle down a little bit, put the mask back on, be a little more diligent to try to stop it in its tracks, and hopefully we can make some more progress again to get back to where we were.
Paint the scenario for you, Gliss. What if something happened to the nation's water supply, and the government said, "Hey, taking showers is safe, drinking the water is unsafe."
Right.
Period. You can take a shower because your shower head isn't affected by it, but don't drink water out of the tap. Even better, simpler. Don't drink water out the tap, but you can take a shower, you're safe. People would be like, I'm drinking all the water I can out the tap. Let's go. And then what the hell's wrong with you?
For this water.
This is my water. It's part of my freedom. There's a government statute, Loot 2571 that says I can drink water out the tap. It's just, people are just, it's like, yo, man, did you not see the numbers of people who've died from COVID-19? So there's still people talking about it's not real. It's a hoax. I'm like, are you drunk? Were you on meth with that dude with the baby alligator in his truck in Florida? Oh, gang, wait till you see what we got for Florida Man. We don't have a Florida Man story yet. Wait till you see what we got. We have something very special for you. You know what, Gliss? Why not? Can we just show the folks Florida Man real quick?
So they can, the little bumper.
Just so they can see.
Yeah, give me just a few minutes here. All right,
Let me talk a little bit to you guys about summer travel. Hi, Mario Smith here. This is from NBC News, and let me know when you get it so I can stop yapping. If you're planning on traveling this summer, it's going to cost you. The average price of a domestic airfare now stands at $330 per round trip. That's according to the app Hopper. That's a 7% increase over the same period in 2019, and the highest average price since it started collecting data. International airfare matches 2019 prices at $810 per round trip. Remember those $200 fares a couple of months ago when COVID was, it's over. In large part, pent-up travel demand, higher fuel prices, and staff shortages at major airlines are contributing to the increases. That's exacerbating the perennial ebbs and flows that normally contribute to. So if you're going, I'm planning on traveling. I don't have that kind of money, man. That's why me and Gliss trying to get $45 million so we can travel. I just thought about something else too. This summer, with all these people traveling, if this no mask mandate holds up, how are these planes going to handle that if these numbers go back up? We might be walking ourselves into another shutdown situation. I am so worried that that's exactly what's going to happen. Are we? Why am I asking myself? Everybody that's on the chat today, Coordinated Monkey, Corinne, LeBron James, Rugged Catfish, everybody, are you worried that we might be walking ourselves into another pandemic shutdown with the removal of masks? Let us know on your back channel. Let us know at backchannel.tv and let us know on your Amazon supported devices. All right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, whenever we have a story about Florida Man, which we don't today, but I wanted you to see this, this is what it's going to look like. I present to you the introduction for Florida Man. It's going to be majestic.
There you go.
Oh,
it makes no sense at all, and that's why it worked.
And it's
perfect. I was like, how am I gonna make a bumper for this? And I'm just like, I'm just gonna find ridiculous, anything that's ridiculous, and have to have an alligator.
And an alligator, because if there's no alligator, it's not really a Florida Man story.
Yeah,
that's perfect. Thank you, sir. And just so everybody knows, that's real. That's really happening whenever we have a story, particularly involving Florida Man, not necessarily something in Florida. Florida Man has to have his own segment. If you look to the sky with the naked eye, you'll be able to see a rarity in space. 4 planets will be lining up this month, and it's Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and Saturn. They'll appear east across a flat horizon in the morning sky. So like, 45 minutes, half hour before sunrise, you'll be able to see them. And Sunday morning, actually it started what's today, the 19th? It started this past Sunday. And it'll be across the southeastern sky. So the mid-month alignment is a relatively unusual opportunity for people to see multiple planets in the sky with the naked eye. And it's a prelude to an even rarer planetary alignment that's going to happen this summer. Sky watchers in the northern hemisphere should head out about an hour before sunrise and gaze southeast in the direction of the sunrise. And looking east at a flat horizon, Jupiter, Venus, and Mars and Saturn will appear, strung out in a line across the morning sky. If conditions are clear, all 4 planets will be bright enough to see with the naked eye without the aid of binoculars or telescopes. Are you ready? I'm ready for that. That sounds like a good time. That sounds like a real good time. I think that'll be fun. We got nothing to lose. By the way, you're watching the show here on Back Channel. It's called The Drive with Mario Smith. It's on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. If you can see me right now and you're watching on an Echo Show or a Fire TV device, the magic word is Alexa, and you can say whatever you have to say, and it'll get you in, and then you can be in on a chat with us. And if you're just listening on an Echo speaker and you can hear me but not see me, just go to backchannel.tv and click join the chat, and then subscribe too. That's backchannel.tv. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know. Okay, Gliss. Chopsticks, Dr. Oz. Which one are we doing? Chopsticks, electric chopsticks, or Dr. Oz?
I kind of like the electric chopsticks.
Let's go for it, because Dr. Oz makes me want to fight.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole mess. And I read one of the reviews where people don't like when we talk about politics. Not that I'm going to stop talking about them. I just read one. Yeah, that was interesting. Excuse me, got a little choked up. We just survived one of the worst political moments in the history of mankind. And nobody wants to talk about it, which is Japanese researchers have developed computerized chopsticks that enhance salty tastes, potentially helping those who need to reduce sodium in their diets. Meiji University professor Homai Nishiyata and beverage maker Kirin Company, the chopsticks enhance tastes using electrical stimulation and a mini computer worn on a wristband. The device uses a weak electrical current to transmit sodium ions from food to the chopsticks to the mouth, where they create a sense of saltiness. As a result, the salty taste enhances 1.5 times. Wow. I'm not sure I want to do that. I'm not sure if I want. Oh, the same guy and his lab have expired various ways that technology can interact with and stimulate human sensory experiences. You ready for this? He's developed a lickable TV screen that can imitate various food flavors.
All right.
That's pretty much it, right? No? Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your contribution to America, because that's some weird, you know what? A lickable TV screen. You know, it's funny. The things that happen when one is drunk are starting to come to real life now. We've got electric chopsticks, that's dangerous, and a lickable TV screen, which I know many have licked their screens in the past. Can't say where I've been, but I've seen it. Sure have. Who's watching us? Because I want to make sure we say hi to everybody. Coordinated Monkey, hello. I said hi to you. Hello, all the no names. You can always go back into your Amazon supported device and say, add my real name or add your real name. You can do that. So you don't have to be no name. Because we want to know who you are. Because we want you to talk to us and say hello and stuff. All right. I need to take a break because, I feel like somebody's pressing on me. I got to take this thing off. When we come back, we'll have Tay-Tay's favorite segment. I mean, that skirt. I don't know where he is either. There he is. He's that's funny. He says, I'm here kind of in and out since I'm at work, but I'm listening. Okay. That's whoa. See, we're connecting with our audience they've done it to us, Gliss. They got us mind reading each other. The experiment has worked. When we come back, Movies is in California. Hello, Movies. All the movies in the world are in California, and they're all saying hello, along with Resilient Beaver. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, and we'll be back in just a moment. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Drive with me, Mario Smith. Thank you all for watching and listening. Really appreciate you. If you're checking this out on your Echo device and you can't see me, I'm here. And it sounds a certain kind of way, I suppose, when you can hear it as opposed to seeing it. I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to everybody at Backchannel for making all this happen, and to my man Gliss for making this show way better than it should be. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone watching, all the folks here in the back room. Thank you so much. And let's get on with it, shall we? And Skirt again, busy but here, and that makes me feel good. Joaquin Syria, 61 years old, was arrested in 1990. He has been in jail for 32 years. He didn't commit the crime he was accused of, and he was exonerated of that crime on Monday, clearing the way for his release from prison. He's 61 years old. He was arrested in 1990 and convicted of a shooting death in San Francisco based on false witness testimony and police misconduct, said San Francisco District Attorney Chasey Bowden, who dismissed the case against Syria on Monday after a judge overturned his conviction. His case marks the first exoneration by the District Attorney's Innocence Committee, which was established by Bowden in 2020 to review potential wrongful conviction cases. It's funny how a lot of people would say, I didn't do this crime, and people on the outside would be like, yeah, whatever. This dude was in jail for 32 years for a crime he did not commit. He was a young man when he went in there. Laura Bazelin, chair of the commission, said during a news conference, 32 years ago, you were taken away from your wife and your baby, and that is because the system failed you catastrophically. Now, at long last, you have a chance to take back your life. Syria was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison for the shooting death of Felix Bastarrica, who was shot in the head after an argument in a San Francisco alley. An 18-month investigation by the commission located new witnesses and evidence and found a cascade of errors in how the case was handled, including police coercion of the key witness, who was a teenager at the time, said Bazelin, a professor at the University of San Francisco School of Law. There was no DNA, no fingerprints, no murder weapon was ever recovered, she said, adding that Syria had always maintained his innocence and had two alibi witnesses who said he was at home at the time of the murder, but were never called by the defense, possibly because they only spoke Spanish. Had a jury heard this case today, there would not have been a conviction. The timing of Syria's release was not immediately known. Mr. Syria has been in prison for more than 30 years for a crime he did not commit. Today, we celebrate long overdue justice, but we cannot stop working to undo other wrongful convictions. And I am willing to bet that there are many. That was in San Francisco. Unbelievable. Oh boy. It's disheartening, man. That dude spent 32 years in jail. There are people out here committing crimes and never getting caught. Word. All right. Hey, you know, what do I know? I'm just a dude in a hat and a black shirt, which is also hot, here on a show. Officials in Louisiana have lifted a shelter-in-place order hours after issuing it following a chlorine leak at a plant in Plaquemine. The Iberville Sheriff's Office confirmed to NBC News, where the story comes from, that the shelter-in-place order had been lifted just after 12 a.m. local time, 1 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. The order had been issued shortly after a fire and chlorine spill was reported to authorities at Olincorp's plant at a Dow chemical facility around 8:40 p.m. last night. The Sheriff's Office told Reuters Olincorp is a tenant at the Dow facility. In a Facebook post after the incident, the Sheriff's Office warned everyone south and east of the Dow facility to shelter in place, an order that requires residents to stay indoors and not leave their homes unless necessary. The residents were also told to turn off their air conditioning units and keep their doors and windows closed. After continuously monitoring the air quality, we feel it is safe to return to normal activities, Clint Moore of the Iberville Sheriff's Office told Reuters hours after the incident. If you live out on the East Coast, my goodness gracious, third winter has come to you. Not second winter, because that's what everybody else is getting, but you're getting the third winter. A spring nor'easter could dump up to 10 inches of snow to the northeast. Wow. An unseasonal nor'easter is expected to lead to treacherous travel conditions today, according to the National Weather Service. 8 million people were under winter weather alerts from the Appalachians through upstate New York, as well as parts of Vermont and Massachusetts. Upstate New York and far northeast Pennsylvania should expect 5 to 10 inches of snow. In New England, heavy wet snow combined with high winds could down power lines. Temperatures would be cold enough to make it seem as though the calendar reads February and not April, the National Weather Service said. The storm could also bring flooding from the Carolinas through Delaware and South Jersey. Connecticut and Long Island, New York could also see minor flooding. While April nor'easters are not unheard of, they are more likely to bring rain than snow. Albany, New York, for example, has had 10 Aprils since 1885 in which the city has seen significant snow. So once every 13 years, you get a storm that produces heavy snow. If you're watching in New York, man, oh boy. Sparkling Camel, hello. Catherine in Arizona, hey. Victoria, what's up? Jason, what's going on? Hey, everybody, welcome to the drive. They're all passengers on it. Have fun. Grab a snack. Do we, Gliss, we don't have snacks on our situation.
I mean, I brought my own snacks. But...
Did you? What?
I already.
What do you have? What are you supposed
I had an apple. I don't have anything. No, I have my sparkling water. Oh, and one thing I do have is this Tyrannosaurus Rex light.
Oh, look at you! Wow.
Only because Jack insisted that I use his light on the show today.
That's my man.
He brought it in this morning. It was like, here, you can use this for your show today. And I was like, okay, I'll bring it in here.
We need to give that boy a producer credit. Way to go, Jack. Good job, my man.
So I got my T-Rex LED.
Keeping you company. Good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's family love right there. Jack wants to make sure you're good. It's a good dude. I like him. But speaking of elementary school kids, this is a great story. I don't know how you found this, but a Texas parent caused a fervor this week after handing out Easter eggs to kids at the Gullet Elementary School in Austin, Texas. Most of the eggs were filled with candy, but a handful were packed with unopened condoms. A pharmacist that had dressed as an Easter bunny while overseeing a safe sex presentation at a nearby clinic. When she decided to pick up her second grader from school while still wearing the costume and ended up mobbed by students at the school, to whom she started handing out candy. Running out of supplies, she called her husband for help, and he accidentally grabbed the wrong eggs. The principal had to send a letter out to parents to explain that the event was unplanned and unsanctioned.
My question is, who are those eggs supposed to be?
The go-to! That's what I said! Who was supposed to get these eggs?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a weird one.
Hey, Billy, how was school?
That's up there with the kindergartner bringing tequila.
Hey, Billy, how was school today? Oh, Mom, it was awesome. Let me tell you what happened first. Snack time is the greatest ever. I had, I guess they call it a margarita. I drank some margarita, and I got some condoms. I don't even know what these are for. So we made from the Easter Bunny. Boy, are you on drugs? No, I've had a margarita. I think I said that earlier.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Oh, man. Wow. What is going on? What are we doing? What are we doing? Honey, hi. Look, these little rats mobbed me, and I got to get them some candy. Can you bring the candy? But look, be careful. Make sure it's candy. All right, honey. I'm on my way. And then you get there, and it's like, what, we making animals out of these? What are we supposed to do with these?
Balloons.
I
gotta find out. I gotta find out who those Easter eggs were intended for.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared. Yeah. What? I have so many questions. What is wrong?
Or
with
maybe
our
mom
world?
and dad just outed themselves that they're a little. A little kinky or something. I don't know.
Hey, honey, what are you going to do today? I'm dressing up as the Easter Bunny. Oh, yeah? Well, guess what? I'm going to meet you later. I got a whole bunch of eggs for you. Ooh. Honey, can you come to school with those eggs? Yeah. I'm on my way. And then it's, wow.
It's bad enough that they got passed out. But like I said, I think the part that leaves me feeling uneasy is knowing that there is more to the story, because there was Easter eggs that had condoms in them. I need to know why that was even a thing to start.
Who was getting these eggs? What circumstance existed on Easter that you'd be out handing eggs with condoms in them?
Yeah, take the hilarious part of them passing them out to children out of it.
Forget that.
Just the fact that they existed is what I need to know about.
It doesn't get any less funny, but it's more funny. Wow, boy. I'm telling you, this show finds it. We find them. Hey, if you have any crazy activities happening in your community, just let us know here at The Drive. You can reach us on Backchannel. We would love to talk about what's happening in your neighborhood. Okay. Yesterday and today. According to a formula? According to a Florida Department of Education news release Friday, the department did not initially include 54 of the 132 submitted mathematics textbooks for the state's adopted textbook list. The department states 41% of the submitted textbooks included references to critical race theory, Common Core, the state mathematical learning standards, and social emotional learning. The state said grades K through 5 had the most materials rejected. Because the statement did not release the reasons which textbooks were rejected, media and teacher organizations have begun making inquiries. Let me get this straight. There's something in mathematics, in the mathematics book, that talks about slavery and the role that certain people played in slavery, or the War of 1812, or I don't know, anything else that's critical to the discussion of race in America. It's in a math book. It's in a math book. Are these kids that are handing out tequila and these people handing out condoms and Easter Bunny condom outfits got something to do with this? This is ridiculous. I saw this morning and I just was like, I don't know. Man. Whew. Buddy, you couldn't have told me in a million years that we would be talking about in the space of 2 days a child bringing Cuervo to school, Easter Bunny handing out condoms because her husband and her got something else happening in their lives, and then a math book that somehow has critical race theory that people feel like they need to ban the book. I'm already tired. How much time is left in this hour?
Like you said, we track down the stories that matter.
That needs to be our tagline. The Drive with Mario Smith. We track down the stories that matter. Wow.
Well, you got to have some balance. There is a lot of heavy news usually, especially in the first hour. So, we gotta have some balance. Got to hear the fun stuff too.
But I mean, there's nothing more fun than a child with tequila in kindergarten. I'm sorry. I
was gonna say, like, not only a child bringing tequila to school, but let's remember the fact that it was a kindergartner. It's not like a fifth grader or something.
No. This was a kid that should have absolutely no idea what tequila is. Yet he was like, "Hey guys, let's drink up, man. It's the bottom of the bottle. Snack time."
As you know, in radio, they like to do what's called a tease. If you like ridiculous stories, wait till you hear the front of mind story today.
I haven't even looked at it yet.
Oh, you might not want to. You might just want to wait and see.
I think I'm gonna wait. I haven't looked at it on purpose.
If those two stories, it's back. You're stretching. If those two stories, raise your eyebrow, just wait until front of mind.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do everything I can to not look at it, although I am so compelled now to just sneak down there and take a look. I'm gonna wait. Got some cool stuff happening in the entertainment report. Brett Goldstein was on Sesame Street talking about the F word. I can't wait for you folks to enjoy that. I like Brett Goldstein a lot. Acting a really good writer. Sturdier is here. So is Famous Falcon, Splendid Flamingo, Bouncy Crocodile. Hey guys, welcome to The Drive. Thank you for being here. I'm not sure if Bouncy Crocodile is watching us, but Sparkling Camel and Coordinated Monkey in Missouri are listening. So thanks, you guys, for listening to the show. Thank you all for being a part of the show today. We don't normally have this much time before the top of the hour. So if you guys don't mind and indulge me a little bit, I'd like to just do something I like to every now and then do, making sure I don't look at the front of mind story and skip down here to some other things. Let's see which one of these. A children's author was set to read his book, It's Okay to Be a Unicorn, to an elementary school in Ohio when he got a call from the district saying there was an issue. A parent who visited the author's website saw that he was a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community and thought he might be coming with an agenda to recruit kids to be gay. He offered to read his book, It's Okay to Smell Good, which is a story about a skunk. Instead, the district asked him to deliver an uplifting message rather than read any of his books.
That's so messed up. Like, what? We're sorry. We think you have an agenda. Why don't you still come in here and to
read anything? Read anybody's book.
None of your crappy books, okay?
You know what? Could you do us a favor? Could you read this book? It's Howard Stern Comes Again. Read this. Can you read this? Do you have this on you? Can you read this book?
Oh man.
Oh, I need to find that kindergartner and that lady with the Easter eggs. I kind of need a break.
It's just like the Florida story we just wrote too. It's like going back to the whole thing on what we're teaching our kids in schools and all that stuff. It's like, come on now, people. Like,
what in the world?
Everybody doesn't have an agenda. It's not.
I cannot speak for the LGBTQ plus community, but I can say that I've never seen a recruitment effort by any member of the LGBTQ plus community to recruit people to become a member of the LGBTQ plus community. I don't even know how something like that is structured and how that would work. This is ridiculous.
And is that not offensive to that community to imply
it's offensive to me? I'm offended. I'm not even part of the LGBTQ plus community. That's offensive.
The implication that it's some sort of club where they're trying to
unicorn must be a euphemism for something.
Right.
Nope, you can't read that book.
I'm pretty sure that the majority of that community is just wanting everybody to be able to be themselves, and that the idea that they would be recruiting people goes against that. So,
your skunk smells good. Obviously, a gay book. You must not read that book. You know what? Read anything, but don't read any of your books. That is insulting too. Get me out of this school. Where's my money? Wow. When we come back, if indeed we come back, when we come back, we will have the top of the hour. We will reinvite you to come in and we will reintroduce ourselves and really try to figure out what the hell just happened in the last 5 minutes. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, and we'll be back right after these words. Wow. Welcome back to The Drive, live from Chicago, Illinois. It's me, Mario Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thank you all for being with us today. If you missed the first hour of the show, I can give you a quick recap. Masks, why we wearing won't, revisited tequila with children, Unicorn Day, and what was the other thing? Forgot that. Bunny condoms. That's the hour of the show. Let's welcome you in Beaverton, Oregon. Hey, man, how you doing? Everything hard?
I'm doing great.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, that was a rough first hour. Not rough in the sense of it being bad. It just, that's very
It's just
powerful
like,
stuff that
is
happened.
this real life?
Man, that unicorn. We have to find some of our friends that can speak to the LGBTQ stuff. Uh, I just looked at this picture of Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is not well. Looks like
No.
he looks like he does in those cologne commercials. Yeah, I can't even. Wow. All right. Well, if you like action and excitement, this second hour is for you because it's about. I haven't looked at the front of my story yet, but I have a feeling it's all going to come together in a wonderful crescendo of what in a little while. Thanks, folks, for watching us. We really appreciate it. Thanks to the folks who've been hanging out with us back in the room. Jean, Sturdy Spider, Famous Falcon, Splendid Flamingo, Bouncy Crocodile, and all the others. Skirt and everybody. Gary T watching us on YouTube. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. If you'd like to send me a chat, like Skirt did earlier, like Gary does on YouTube, and you can see me right now, and you're watching on an Echo Show or a Fire TV device, the magic word is say Hapexa. Say hello, do what you got to do. And for the folks who haven't chatted yet, which is most of you, let's get with it. Stop playing games. If you're just listening to us right now, you can't see me if you're on the Echo speaker. Go to backchannel.tv and click join the chat. Okay, once again, backchannel.tv and join the chat. Taking a quick look at headlines. Actor John Bang, Paul Smeckle. Actor Johnny Depp told jurors Tuesday that he felt compelled to sue his ex-wife Amber Heard for libel out of an obsession for the truth after she accused him of domestic violence. I'm going to try it, Gliss. Wish me luck. Johnny Depp said, "My goal is the truth because it killed me that all these people I had met over the years, that these people would think I was a fraud." Johnny Depp's from Kentucky, by the way, not from like Easter, but he sounds like it. Depp flatly denied ever hitting Heard, calling the domestic allegations against him disturbing, heinous, and not based in any species of truth. Nothing of the kind ever happened, Depp said in court. Alluding to the fall his career has taken since Heard level abuse allegations against him, the former Pirates of the Caribbean star said, "It's been 6 years of trying times. It's very strange when one day you're Cinderella, so to speak, and then in 0.6 seconds you're Quasimodo." For the first for the first hour plus of testimony Tuesday, Depp gave long stream of consciousness answers to questions about his childhood and his early movie career, speaking in his signature deep baritone. After one long answer, he admitted, "I forgot what the original question was." Way to go, Depp. He's from Kentucky, I do believe. Kentucky. Netflix's video streaming service suffered the first loss in worldwide subscribers in its history, leading to a massive sell-off of its shares. The company's customer base fell by 200,000 subscribers during the January-March period, according to a quarterly report released today. Its stock dropped by 23% in aftermarket trading. The subscription figure was far worse than company management's forecast for a conservative gain of 2.5 million subscribers. The news deepens troubles at the streaming service that have been mounting since a surge of signups from a captive audience during the pandemic began to slow. It marks the first time Netflix's worldwide subscribers have contracted, although the service previously saw a decline in U.S. subscribers in 2019. Now Netflix is bracing for things to get even worse, with a projected loss of another 2 million subscribers during the April-June period. And that is a look at headlines at the top of the hour. Have you noticed that Gliss talks like he's from like Hungary or something? He's from like Kentucky.
It's like he has like a little bit of every single role he's ever played, and he's just like this kind of weird dude now.
Yeah,
he's a great actor, but
he's one of the greatest actors ever. Like for real, he's a great actor. But when
he's somewhat. I mean, the original Pirates, Captain Jack Sparrow. Man, that was a really fun action movie. All the sequels are kind of
he's been in some iconic American motion pictures.
Yeah. Fear
But to
and
see
Loathing
him
in Las
reduce,
Vegas. Blow.
yeah,
Blow is one of my favorite
that.
movies. That movie is fantastic.
Yeah, man, that's a
But
great
yeah,
movie. That's a great
he's gotten
American
kind
movie.
of weird. Great soundtrack too.
Unbelievable. Yes. There's a guy, I'll have to show you the part. I'll send it to you. I'll find it on YouTube. I used to live in a building with a dude that looked like a character in that movie. And we swore up and down it was him. Like, he looked so much like him. We were like, where were you for the last like 6 months? Can you detail everywhere you've been? And he's like, of course I can. He was a party dude. Like, you'll see it. I'll send it to you. I promise.
All right.
God, that's yikes. That is really Johnny Depp, man. So we've been talking about a couple of things every day. Today we went on Musk, surprisingly, but we will be talking about a Kardashian, and this is fun. And also we're going to talk about Brett Goldstein, the great actor that is in Ted Lasso, and how he hit Sesame Street to talk about the F word. If you watch Ted Lasso, you know that Roy Kent has a horrible mouth, and we will be talking about that and other things in the world of entertainment. Have no fear, the cameras here is coming up in just a moment. This is The Drive with Mario Smith, and we will be right back. Welcome back to The Drive, everybody. It's time for the entertainment report. Have no fear, the cameras here. It's Mario, and I have long wanted to be on Sesame Street. It has been a dream forever. I think that would be probably the most fun I can imagine ever having on something that makes me 100% uncomfortable being on television with all the cameras and all those lights and stuff. Although I do it a lot. One of my favorite TV Ted Lasso and one of the actors of Ted Lasso, Brett Goldstein, paid a visit to Sesame Street to talk to kids about the F word. The Ted Lasso actor appeared with some familiar furry friends to bake. And that when I first saw that, I thought that was funny that he went to go bake. That he went to bake and talk about the word of the day. Tamir says today's word begins with the letter F. Oh, I love the letter F, Goldstein responds. Fans of Ted Lasso are familiar with his character Roy Kent, who has a foul mouth. But Tamir clears the air when he says today's word is fairness. Fairness is when each of us gets what we need, Goldstein replies. Cookie Monster, my guy, my number one favorite guy ever on Sesame Street, pops in to announce he needs cookies. The talk soon turns to soccer with Tamir telling Goldstein, when we play soccer later, we can make sure everyone gets a turn and invite others to play with us. That's right. We can be fair by inviting everyone to play soccer, but first, we need to clean up, says Goldstein. Goldstein thanks Cookie Monster for helping clean up. Then the two get into an argument about who's the better soccer player. When Cookie Monster kicks Goldstein's head, he says, all right, fair enough. You're the captain. Goldstein's Sesame Street episode will air during the show's upcoming season on HBO Max, which, like the place where this article came from, CNN, is part of Warner Brothers Discovery. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. I gotta see it. So, Rob Kardashian's former fiance, Black China. God, this is terrible. Whose legal name is Angela White, is suing the Kardashians, alleging they destroyed her television career. Talking trash about the Kardashians is a common pastime for many ordinary Americans. Yesterday, however, a few got to do it to their faces. Kim Kardashian, her mother Kris Jenner, and her sisters Khloe Kardashian and Kylie Jenner all sat in the front row of a Los Angeles courtroom as prospective jurors aired their feelings about the famous family and the four women, all defendants in a lawsuit brought by Rob Kardashian's former fiancee, Black China. Anything that has to do with their names is just a big no for me, one man said. I don't think reality TV is good for society. China, whose legal name is Angela White, is suing the Kardashians, alleging they destroyed her television career. And during jury selection, her attorney, Lynn Ciani, asked 47 candidates their feelings about the plaintiff and defendants and the reality shows the case stems from. Another said, I sincerely hope none of these people get any wealthier because of this. One woman said her teenage daughter tried to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians when it first came on, but she put a stop to it. I don't think they were the best role models, she said. I wouldn't let her watch anything involving them. One panel member couldn't even wait to be asked. Told to give his name, occupation, marital status, and hometown shortly after sitting down, he answered, then added, and I just want to say I have a very negative perception of the parties, and I'm not sure I could be unbiased. The defendants didn't seem defensive about the disrespect. They chatted with each other and smiled during breaks. Judge Gregory W. Alarcon was entirely pleased by the tone, however. I appreciate your honesty. You're certainly not shy, he told the panel. But this is the type of case, like all cases, where everybody is entitled to a fair trial. There's a jury instruction that says the wealth of a party or the poverty of the party doesn't matter. All my judges sound like Perry Mason, I noticed. The jury is expected to be seated later, or should be seated by now, actually, with opening statements beginning today. The Kardashian women are all expected to testify and had been expected to attend at least parts of it, but their appearance for jury selection was something of a surprise. Here we go, Bliss. Wearing loose-fitting business suits, the mother in white, her daughters in blacks and grays. They were ushered in by security at the last moment before the jury panel was brought in. One prospective juror who has served on other cases said he didn't like the pampered treatment he felt the defendants were getting. Michael G. Rhodes, the Kardashians' attorney, explained that security drove them in and escorted them into the courtroom for a reason. Do you understand that there is a dark side to celebrity? Rhodes said, and that people that are famous sometimes need extra security? Does that mean they'll need Fiji water hand delivered to them as they sit in court? The man responded. The family did have supporters in the room, too. I am a pretty big fan of the Kardashians, so I don't think I would be able to make an unbiased judgment, one young woman said. I also am a big fan of the Kardashians, a young man said. I've been watching it since I was little, so I don't think I could be very fair. The Kardashian fans said they knew who Blac Chyna was, but hadn't developed strong feelings about her. One woman who said she didn't care for the Kardashians said she liked Chyna because the two went to the same nail salon and she was always nice to me. Chyna, a model and influencer, began dating the lone Kardashian brother, Rob, in January 2016. And by the time the year was over, they were engaged, had a daughter together, and were starring in their own Keeping Up with the Kardashians spinoff called Rob and Chyna on E! A second season was being shot when the two broke up and the show was scrapped. In 2017, Chyna sued the family for $100 million, saying they had defamed her and legally interfered with her contracts and business dealings, using their power with producers and executives to drive her out of reality television. The Kardashians denied any wrongdoing and said in court filings that they had legitimate concerns about Chyna and fears for the safety of their son and brother, given the violence and toxicity of their relationship. Chyna is also suing Rob Kardashian, but the differences in her allegations against him prompted the judge to sever that part of the case into a separate trial that will follow this one. The family gained fame through 20 seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which ran from 2007 to 2021 on E! And made them social media superstars and prized product pictures. And as we talked about earlier, the Kardashians' new series, The Kardashians, premiered on Hulu last week, Thursday. Mr. Bliss, do you still care at all about the Kardashians?
Nope.
I think it's so much better that I couldn't see you. I'm so glad you said it that way. Thank you. Who cares? The girl
Yeah.
is famous for a sex tape, yo.
Yeah, I mean,
What has she done besides helping get someone out of prison? As I said before.
yeah, I mean, it's good to use your platform for good things. It's just I don't understand the platform.
Yeah,
That's all.
man. I like the fact that the jurors are like not holding back. I'm sure that there are things that we didn't hear in that story that they said to them.
Oh yeah.
I don't like you. I never liked you. I don't like your mother, and I don't like your stepfather mother. I don't like any of you. All of you get away from me. Oh man. Elastic Rabbit is here along with Secretive Orca, Audrey, Karen. Karen, word. Man, it must be rough being a Karen in this world now. I know a few ladies named Karen. They seem to be handling it okay, but I couldn't imagine. I'd be outraged.
Yeah, you didn't ask for that.
No, that's not your fault. That sucks. Princess Roseanne, Nancy, JD, and Watery Peacock. I said Elastic Rabbit. They're all here joining us as passengers on the drive. Let's see here. I think we got time for one more. You know what? Let's spin the wheel. By the way, DJ K Slay, hip hop icon, and a cool brother out of New York City, DJ K Slay, passed away from COVID-19 at the age of 55. The Revolve Festival at Coachella was apparently terrible. And the dealer who sold the drugs that killed rapper Mac Miller was sentenced to 11 years, almost 11 years, in Mac Miller's overdose death. Two things of note. The Thor trailer is out. If you haven't seen it, please get a chance to see it. It's very interesting. I know I've talked about it 2 days in a row, and I definitely want to talk about it today. Natalie Portman is in the new Thor movie. Very interesting. And she's going to be the new Thor. New being relative. This is when Marvel lost me back in the comic books. And the thing that I definitely want to talk about, and there is a Bliss, if you can find it, even if we don't play the sound for it, there is a video in this story. Bonnie Raitt has new music out. And I like Bonnie Raitt. Sorry, I'm a big fan. In the same month that Bonnie Raitt's Nick of Time was inducted into the National Recording Registry, the singer-songwriter proves she's not slowing down by offering a new 10-track album just like that. It's her 21st LP and her first in 6 years. The terrific, and it is good, first single is one of her grooviest, Made Up Mind, with slinky slide chords and bluesy riffs. Raitt produced this record herself, working alongside mixing engineer Ryan Freeland, who combined with Raitt to win a Grammy for Best Americana Album for their work on her 2012 effort, Slipstream. It's a great, and if you hit Made Up Mind, Bliss, you can see the video from Jimmy Kimmel. And again, don't have to play the sound, but just looking at Bonnie Raitt and seeing her do her thing is cool. I'm a big fan of Bonnie Raitt. Like her a lot. And while Glish is looking for that, if in fact he is looking for it, here's a new album by a gentleman by the name of Joel Ross. And this is called The Parable of the Poet. It just came out on Blue Note. Joel Ross is a xylophonist. You're looking for something to do. It's excellent. Marquise Hill is on it along with other folks. It's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant album. And I love it. Big fan. Big fan of Joel Ross. And catch his other work too. Yeah, we'll move on, man. Let's get ready for the Dylan T. Pickles. Oh, here we go. There she is. Look at her. Bonnie Raitt, man. Song is called Made Up Mind. And she did it on Jimmy Kimmel Live, I guess, last week. Not bad. Not bad at all. When we come back, it'll be time. Oh, it's time for the Dylan T. Pickles Unipiper Sports Report here on The Drive. And we'll also tell you how you can get involved with us in the chat, too. Be back in just a moment. My name's Mario. Thank you so much for being a passenger on The Drive today with me and my man, Gliss. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. It's Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. You're watching on YouTube as well and listening to us on your Amazon supported devices, and we really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody at Backchannel as well. It's a beautiful day in Chicago, Illinois. I'm going to get out and get some of this sun. Going to hop on my bike, I think. I'm going to try anyway. Again, the coffee crash has happened. I am slowly fading out, but not before we get this done because, yeah. I have to celebrate doing my taxes or finishing them and then being accepted. They were finished yesterday. Ready for sports? I'm ready. Where do we start? The NBA is doing work in these playoffs. Steph Curry, 34 points in 23 minutes. That's ridiculous. The Nuggets don't have a chance. And what's making it worse, what's really making it worse is Jordan Poole, who is emerging as a superstar right in front of our eyes. I don't understand. Curry finished the night with 34 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 block, and an assist for a plus 32 net rating in 23 minutes. That is so hard to do. Gliss, help me, because I don't want people to think I'm making this up. That's hard to do in 23 minutes and not dog the ball. You had 4 assists, you got 3 boards, you blocked a shot.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Come on, man.
in a playoff game.
In a playoff game. Jordan Poole, and he stopped a fight. He stopped Joker from beating up somebody for touching his butt. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in that game. I mean, hey, the NBA, these playoffs have been something. I think we're going to see a big-time fight, though, between Minnesota and Memphis. I don't see how they cannot get into a fight. I don't see how they can't. I don't see it. It's too much. Patrick Beverly and a couple of those dudes on Memphis are all the same kind of guy. They like getting in people's face and yelling and screaming. It's bound to happen. And if somebody hits Patrick, that's his name. Yeah,
Morgan.
Dylan Brooks likes talking. And he likes fighting.
He's fiery. Yeah,
very fiery. That's
John Morant, who's just
I like him a lot. I'm a big fan of John Morant. I get worried. I just think about his knees, man. I hope that he can hold up. Every great player, even Mike, his knees at some point just got to Mike, it happened much later in his career. He was in his 40s, which is exactly how it should go. It's like, okay, you're done. But these dudes are young, and like you think about Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose and players like that who went through these catastrophic knee injuries. Even though Russ is still playing and Derrick is still playing, they're not the same guys. I think Russ did a good job reinventing himself as a utility man of sorts, knowing he can go to the bucket anytime he wanted to, but making sure other guys got it. Getting those triple doubles did something for him. Because Kobe said when he was alive, the player he liked the most was Westbrook because he reminded him of him because he would go to the bucket hard and he would slam real hard, and he got big.
Yeah,
but when his but when his knees started to betray him, he had to change his game. And Derrick Rose too. I mean, they all do. I just hope for John Morant that he never faces anything like that. It's almost impossible. But that would be really cool because he is a great basketball player, man. A lot of fun to watch. And he gets it. He is living it up. For sure. One of the guys I talked about in the March Madness that seems like it was 6 years ago, just a couple of weeks ago, Duke center Mark Williams, Elevator Williams, announced yesterday he's declaring for the NBA draft. He earned ACC Defensive Player of the Year honors while helping the Blue Devils reach the ACC regular season title and get to the Final Four. Williams is considered a first-round draft pick and a potential lottery pick after averaging 11.2 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks a game in just 23 minutes as well. Per contest, the former 5-star prospect blossomed in his second season with the Blue Devils and put his development on display during the NCAA tournament. You think he goes to the pros in a lottery pick?
Yeah.
I need him to drop down to 18 because that's where the Bulls are picking. Any chance?
I was going to say, the Blazers could use a guy like him, and we have a lottery pick.
I
wouldn't
mean,
be mad
I would take that. I'd be happy with that. Does he have to go to the, I mean, can we get somebody?
just everybody let him just go a little further down.
You know what? Listen, I just took the story down because I don't really want to talk about him out loud. Let's just all act like he's not there. We get around pick 17 and he's still off the board, and the Bulls should get him at 18. Because
I'm just
God
hoping.
knows.
Well, I mean, whoever the Blazers pick, it's probably going to end badly because that's what always happens when they get a high pick.
They got it.
You might know a little bit of history about that with a guy named Michael Jordan who they could have taken, but they took Sam Bowie, and then in 2008 they took Greg Oden instead of Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
two of the most famous picks in NBA history for all the wrong reasons.
Man, let me tell you, when the Bulls didn't get Sam Bowie, although the Bulls would have had Olajuwon, although that wasn't the worst.
And to be fair, I mean, when you're looking back, because that's the thing, is like the Blazers had just gotten Drexler, and so it's kind of like, are you going to bring in a guy at the same position? And both Bowie and Greg Oden were considered like can't miss.
Yeah, and they were great in college.
Both of them. Yeah, like both of them kind of coming out of college working, and there was some injury concern with Sam Bowie, but
it seems to me
two awful picks.
Seems to me that Michael Jordan pick worked out really well. I'm glad that happened.
Yeah, it did. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it seems to have gone okay. Do a little football here. The draft is 9 days away. By the way, if your team is picking in the second round, it's 10 days away. So in 9 days, the NFL draft will be taking place, and currently the NFL is investigating the lovable Cleveland Browns for a tanking, allegedly, that took place during the 2016 and 2017 seasons. This is from Sports Illustrated. Former SEC chair, per Sports Illustrated rather, former SEC chair Mary Jo White is leading the investigation, which is expected to conclude soon. An NFL spokesman wrote in an email sent to Sports Illustrated. White is also in charge of investigating Brian Flores' claims that he was offered $100,000 per loss from the Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross during the 2019 season. Once Flores' lawsuit became public, former Browns head coach Hugh Jackson suggested that he was paid by Cleveland to tank. Browns owner Jimmy Haslam vehemently denied the claim, and Jackson later walked back his comments in a February interview with CNN's Anderson Cooper. No, I was never offered money like Brian had mentioned, Jackson told Cooper. I think this is a totally different situation, but has some similarities. Jackson told Cooper that there was a plan that benefited certain people when players did not perform well, maintaining that the Browns wanted to lose even if they weren't paying the head coach per loss. Jackson said he has evidence to back up his claim. A Browns spokesman gave this statement on the investigation to SI. Even though Hugh recanted his allegations a short time after they were made, it was important to us and to the integrity of the game to have an independent review of the allegations. We welcomed an investigation, and we are confident the results will show, as we previously stated, that these allegations are categorically false. We have fully cooperated with Mary Jo White and look forward to the findings. Jackson went 3-36-1 during his time with the Browns, including a 1-31 mark from 2016 to 2017. He was fired in the middle of the 2018 season after going 2-5-1. When Sports Illustrated reached out to Jackson for comment, he offered this. 2 years ago, I tried to do this the right way through the bylaws and constitution of the National Football League to ask them to investigate the Cleveland Browns for all the allegations that I've made. So why open an investigation now? The Browns got Deshaun in a bunch of trouble. If I'm a friend of anybody that plays for the Browns, I'm telling them how tight are you and your agent? Think you may want to get out of Cleveland? That sounds like a gigante mess. Nothing about that sounds good, my friend. Nothing sounds good about that. Take a look at some scores around the league real quick, Bliss. Can we do that? I can do that, can I? I can do whatever I want. That's what you told me. I'm doing it as soon as I find them.
Yeah, do it.
All right, here we go. The White Sox and the Guardians have been postponed yet again. They'll be playing a natural doubleheader tomorrow in Cleveland. The let's see what we got happening now. A final, huh? The Washington Nationals beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 6-1 today. That's big. The Giants and the Mets in the bottom of the seventh are tied at 4 glyphs. They're
That's
in
a
New York.
too.
Yeah.
That's not why I keep looking to my right, by the way.
Is that no, not at all. They are just doubleheader, and it's game 2 is a little bit later. And I know that you're looking at the dog. Cardinals, Marlins coming up. Let's see. Well, we can do all the coming up games now, as a matter of fact. The Tampa Bay Rays will be playing the Chicago Cubs at beautiful Wrigley Field. Finally, on a night that's not snowing, raining, sleeting, hailing, fire coming out the sky, or anything like that. That'll be 7:40 Eastern time. The Orioles take on the Athletics at 8:40 Eastern. The Blue Jays, I'm sorry, 9:40 Eastern. The Blue Jays and the Red Sox are taking a swing at things at 7:10. No, make that 5:10 Eastern time. Man, I don't know how to tell time. And then that second D-backs national game that got postponed yesterday will be starting shortly. The Braves against the Dodgers tonight. Also, the Cardinals and the Marlins, Yankees against the Tigers, the Pirates against the Brewers, real dog. The Angels against the Astros, the Twins against the Royals, who cares? The Phillies against the Rockies, the Reds will go up against the Padres tonight, and the Texas Rangers against the Seattle Mariners. A lot of money on those two clubs doing absolutely nothing. And very early in the game, I believe that is the sports report. Let's have some fun, shall we? As I skip the front of mine, but I saw what it's about. Ooh, that's bad. That's really, really bad. You can't do that, can you?
Come on, Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land. Come on, Canada. That should be a drop all by itself. I will give you these tonight in the NBA. Game 2s all over the league. The Hawks go up against the Heat. The T-Wolves against the Grizz, and the Pelican against the Suns. That is tonight in the NBA. 2 of those are on TNT. That Timberwolves Grizzlies game is on NBA TV. Whew, we got a lot of time, man. Oh, well, you know what? Hold on. I may have a lot of time. Big Bello is here. Amina, Nutty Aphid, Invincible Mule is here as well. Amina's in New York. Hey, Amina, how you doing? Nancy's in Orlando, Florida. Elastic Rabbit is in Georgia. Big Bello says, hello, do you remember? I don't remember. Oh, you're talking to a Pexa. You know, that's going to be a good day, too. Never mind. On this day, just so you know, Shirley Temple's first movie, Stand Up and Cheer, premiered in 1934. You were there. I was there, too. On this date in 1991, Evander Holyfield wins a unanimous decision over 95-year-old George Foreman to retain boxing's heavyweight title in Atlantic City, New Jersey. After 6 days, and I know this for a fact because I was in it. Well, not in it because they wouldn't let any of us downtown. In 1992, after 6 days, engineers plugged the tunnel leak under the Chicago River that caused an underground flood that virtually shut down business in the heart of the city. On this date in 1998, Mexican poet and philosopher Octavio Paz died at the age of 84. Birthdays today, actor Hayden Christensen, he played Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars 2 and 3, is 41. Ace, Candace Parker's birthday is today. Right on. She turns 36 years old. Wow. Born in 1996. In 1962, IndyCar racer Al Unser Jr., son of Al and nephew of Bobby, he turned 60 today. And actress Kate Hudson's birthday is today from the movies Almost Famous and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. How about that? In 1980, Brian Johnson joins AC/DC, replacing the band's late lead singer Bon Scott, who died the previous February of alcohol poisoning. In 1996, Kiss by Prince and the Revolution hits #1 on the U.S. Top 40 chart and stayed there for 2 weeks. And in 1988, Guns N' Roses' album Appetite for Destruction is certified platinum. Too early for the Did You Knows, but I have one more thing for you. It's been called as important an object as the Maltese Falcon or the Ruby Slippers, although this piece of movie making history is a bit more terrifying. The Axe from Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
I want that.
Do you? What for? What's going on?
I love horror movies.
Do you really? I can't watch them.
Yeah, I'll take that.
No, man. I'll be staying at an Airbnb. I'm not coming over to your house.
The opening scene of that movie with the creepy music.
Yeah,
is actually filmed on Mount Hood.
Of course it is.
Yeah, going up to because it's based on the Overlook Hotel in Colorado, and a lot of the inside parts were shot, I believe, in the soundstage, and I think partly in Colorado, but a lot of the outside shots, in particular, in the very first scene of the movie, were shot driving up to Mount. That's where we go camping all the time. So sometimes I play that opening credit, the creepy music when we head up to creep the kids out before we go stay in the woods for 3 days.
You're such a good father. You're the best dad ever. Hey, do you remember Ryder?
Ryder, yeah.
Ryder's back.
Oh, really?
Ryder's in your chat. Hello, Ryder. Now I do remember you. Yes, I remember. I think I remember Ryder. Ryder's in Oregon.
Yeah, I remember.
All right.
I remember Ryder.
It's hard to remember everyone, but it's good to see you, Ryder. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
hi.
It's good when people come back, even if even if you can't come back every day, just come back.
Come back. It's been a while. It's nice to see you. See your name. I can't see you, but it's nice to see your name, Ryder. Hey, welcome back.
Ryder can try that out next time he goes up to Mount Hood. Play the Shining music.
No, man, I am not a horror movie guy. That's
I remember we talked about that when I was on the Rock Legends cruise, because they had just released the trailer for Jordan Peele's new movie.
Oh no, I'm good. No thanks. No. Mm-mm. He was on TikTok. He just has this weird look on his face now when he talks, like he is not connected to his body, and he scares me. So I'm good. I want him to do comedy so damn bad, it's killing me. I do not like scary. Jordan Poole is Alfred Hitchcock reincarnated.
I was gonna say he is the new Hitchcock.
He's got it. He is good at it. I can't watch any of it.
And it's the kind of horror movies that I think horror fans like myself really like, because it's not, I mean, I like a good cheesy campy slasher movie from the 80s every once in a while, but the ones that are really, really engaging are those ones that just kind of mess with your mind and make you feel uncomfortable watching them. Like you never really know, and he has a gift for that for sure.
Man, look, I'm no. And this interview with him, because now he's got like the salt and pepper hair in his beard, and he's just, so we wanted to make a kind of movie that would allow people, and he's just staring at the camera like, I'm like, what? No. Oh God. Ryder wants to know how do I live stream? Please, will you tell me how to live stream on Backchannel? Yeah. Here's the thing, Ryder. I don't know. Ryder, I don't know what to tell you, man. Let me tell you how it happened to me. I was walking one day in the woods and the Shining music came on. And then Jordan Peele popped out and was like, would you like to do a show on backchannel.tv? And I was like, yes, please. And here I am. I got hired. No, I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe we can discuss it. Just go to Backchannel. I'm sure someone has
want to talk about. Maybe we have him on.
Oh, maybe
if he had something interesting, like, yeah.
Gliss, I'm going to let you handle that. I can't disagree with that. That might be fun. That might be fun. Would you tell the other guy, what is that song called? I love horror movies, especially Siren Head. Would I tell the you other guy? That would be you, Gliss. I need to tell you something. Screw what I'm doing. Get this dude on here right away.
Oh, the name of the God, what is the name of that? I'm gonna have to look it up.
Because I don't know, Ryder. I'm sorry. I've already done you wrong by not being able to get you right on Backchannel. That goes with one of those reviews I saw. It was like, I want a show, and gave all of Backchannel 1 star.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you that's pretty. I mean, yeah.
No need to be so upset. Yeah. Your show's so good, you're like, screw the rest of everybody and all the talent that's there.
Like, what is this? Give me this. Give me these time slots.
I'll do all of them. I'll sit on here from 6 a.m. Okay, his actual name is Riker.
Riker.
All right. Riker's in Oregon. Aha! Has joined the stream. I love that. In Florida. Uh-huh. I can do this part all day, to be honest with you. I don't mind. This is fine. I was talking about the axe, but anyway, it's back in the news because it's going up for auction via the Gotta Have Rock and Roll auction house. It's the axe that Jack Nicholson's character used to chop a hole in the bathroom door, where Shelley Duvall's character has sought refuge just before he pops his face through the hole and delivers his notorious line, "Here's Johnny." It's a great American movie line. No doubt. All right, here it is. You're here with us on Backchannel.tv. When we come back, we'll have a story that's front of mind in Canada. Whew. Riker, we'll talk about you and your potential Backchannel television show in a moment. We'll be back in just a bit. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. We'll be right back. Oh boy. All right. Are you guys ready? This is a story you'll be able to absolutely take to your to your dinner table.
as long as there's no kids around.
Yeah, it is the make sure there are no children at said dinner table. And
hey, this is real news. This is real stuff that's going on in the world today, and it needs to be brought into the spotlight.
This is, I'm going to tell you something. I'm saying this in front of everybody. I don't know how long any of this is going to go, but I cherish days like this as being some of the greatest days in show history. And today, with this story, I present to you Quebec Health Ministry did something fantastic in Portland. In Portland, in Quebec. The Quebec Health Ministry accidentally tweets link to an adult video instead of COVID-19 portal.
Oh man, so good.
The Quebec Health Ministry's official Twitter account got some extra traffic Thursday morning after a link to inappropriate content was shared with followers. The ministry later posted that due to a situation beyond our control, a link with inappropriate content was posted on our Twitter account. We are looking for the causes. The link was intended to bring users to the government website's COVID-19 portal, but instead sent readers to a Pornhub fetish video. The video has since been deleted. So, how do you not know that that's don't?
So many questions.
I don't want to see the video.
No,
not in my category. But I still,
Apparently, lots of people that thought they might have COVID did want to see the video, though.
Yeah, they did, because they blew that. Man, I'm not sure if I got COVID. Maybe I should look at that movie one more time. And I don't know if COVID's happening, but maybe if I just look at that movie once again, I'll get it. Oh, wow. Can you imagine if you're like at home and you're sick? You're like sick, and you feel like you're about to go, and then you hit Twitter, and suddenly you feel great because you're like, oh, maybe I don't have COVID. Maybe what I have, though, is some kind of disorder in my head that allows me to want to watch this over and over again. So, I wonder if anybody got fired.
You got to think. I mean, at the same time, I guess it could have been like hacked or something. So we actually had this situation happen once when I worked in sports radio. I won't say the person's name. I'll just say there's a very big, well-known university in the state of Oregon. Two of them, but one of them is very well funded by Nike, Uncle Phil.
Quack.
Yeah, and their communication, and I had a relationship with their communications director or their, sports information person. Mm-hmm. And one night on this college's athletic Twitter page, there was some very bizarre language that got tweeted out. It was a sexual scenario. I'll just put it that way. I don't want to repeat exactly what it said, but it was deleted very quickly. But we had a screenshot of it, and we were like, and we immediately reached out to him like, care to comment on this?
So what do you think about that video?
And they tried to. They were like very much like, hey, don't just like, we deleted it. Don't put it out there. Like,
don't talk about it. Can you not talk about it? Oh, I wasn't there. Please don't. Hey, stop it now. Look.
And they're like, it had to be some intern or something like that. And I was like, I don't know about that.
You know, it's not an intern. It's just like here in Quebec, not here in Quebec because I'm not in Quebec, but like the Quebec ministry, I'm sure that they also knew it wasn't an intern, and they got a lot of free time up there with COVID because they didn't let anybody in the country. So hey, let's turn on the old.
Unless it's like, unless they're just giving away the passwords to interns, and then that's on them for letting some, because. You got to have the right people taking care of those accounts when you're that public of a organization.
Yeah, I mean, because after all, there's nothing quite like explaining COVID to somebody who thinks they might be dying than a fetish video from the hub. That's perfect. So does this mean, honey, could you come here for a minute, please?
I need to shocked look on some people's faces, like little Betty and. And there's the old couple like trying to pull. I think this website's wrong.
Sheila, come here.
How do I turn this off?
I don't get this stupid internet, but whatever they're doing doesn't look like COVID to me. Oh man. Damn, boy, that is rough. What is going on? What are we doing? It's time for my favorite segment of the show as we get ready to leave. Because this has been a good one today. I don't want to go. This is called Did You Know? And this is where Gliss has already told me all these things, but I have to act like I don't know them, and I don't. And I also have to act like he didn't do this, which he did. Gliss, how you doing? Hey, did you know that 2 in 3 Americans have said they can no longer tolerate crowds or tolerate? Hi, I'm Baba Wawa. They can't tolerate crowds. Men, 55% of them, now prepare kids' lunches more than women, 43% during the school year. Is that true in your home?
I would no. Lindsay is much more productive in the sense of like getting the kids' school stuff together. But with that said, I'm typically the primary kind of in the morning because 3 days out of the week she is gone before they get up. So.
Right. All right. Good for the kids. Hey, kids, I know one of the 4 of you is listening. You need to lobby for more McDonald's or something. Just,
They get plenty of McDonald's.
Sorry, kids. Did you know scientists say the best way to convey sarcasm in your text messages is to use a winky face? Without it, your jokes are often completely misinterpreted. But you can't judge tone on a text. Well, that depends on who's sending the text, because I'm pretty good at it. People know when I'm saying
I mean,
something.
I guess the winky face does make the most sense, but that could also be interpreted like, hey.
Right, that's what I use it for. I don't know how any of this stuff works, man, because that's what I use the winky face for. Like if I'm talking to a special lady, I send the winky face. Like, hey.
Right.
Did you know 50% of Americans have ditched their friends and made up a lie so they could stay home and watch TV? That is the truth there. Oh. Did you know? That's
so
really
busy.
that's. Oh man, I can't. Bye. I've got some things I'm doing. I'm working on a report. I'll see you later. What report? You're not in college. Click. Did you know that people in their 50s are more likely to sleep naked in bed than people in their 20s? No. I have an inane fear that if something happens in the middle of the night, I need to be as close as I can to shoes being put on, because even if I don't have a coat, I want to make sure I have shoes on.
Yeah,
I can't. No.
I mean, I got some like Nike slip-ons that I usually keep by the front door.
Man, I'm like Dick Van Dyke. I don't know if you're old enough to remember the Dick Van Dyke Show, but when his wife was pregnant and he hopped out of bed in a full suit, he ripped off his pajamas and had a suit on. That's me. I'm ready to go. I'm not wearing pants, but I'm so close. Everything is within reach if I need to escape. Just saying. But yeah, whatever. I also, if I need code advice, I go straight to Twitter and the Quebec Ministry of Information and get my advice from them.
That's where I'm going to find all my Twitter or all my COVID needs.
Did you know? Did you know a recent study published by Child Development found that how a young person handles friendships affects their adult behavior? That's very true. Did you know one British scientist says that your brain doesn't work as well at 40,000 feet as it does on the ground? What? That is. Did you know in 1982, 20% of men said they didn't like their bodies, and nowadays more than 50% of men say they don't care for them either. Did you know a recent study claims that 1 in 3 men have plucked their eyebrows while getting hell no. What? No. I would know what? Did you know for a woman between the ages of 20 and 25, their phone goes off an average of 62 times a day? Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have a daughter that's that age. I would be like, give me your phone for a second and just throw it. Did you know there are 10 times more bacteria in your body than there are human cells? Yes. I didn't know. Well, I didn't know it, but I just can imagine that that's true. Let's see here. Back in their day, dinosaurs lived on every continent on Earth, including Antarctica. The reason we only find their bones in certain places, though, is that weather and soil conditions in those places were just right for the bones to be fossilized. Scientists also speculate that there may be many smaller-sized dinosaurs that we know nothing about because their bones were too small to fossilize well. Okay, fair enough. I can imagine that to be a true thing. Let's see here. Kyler, Energized Rat, Last Snake, Steven, Riker says, I'm a kid and I'm only 9.5 years old, so please no swearing. Don't worry. And thank you. Kyler's the only, Riker rather, is the only one. He's like, yo, man, don't curse. Sorry if we did curse for you and you're only 9, and thank you, because we don't want to get in any trouble with the authorities. We'll stop cursing. And whatever story you heard about Quebec, erase that from your mind, kid. Thank you to Kyler, Last Snake, Aha, a no-name Cameron Ryder, Nutty Aphid, London, Energized Rat, Last Snake, as I said, Steven, Aha, Riker, everybody for watching today. Mr. Gliss, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Yes, well, tomorrow's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's almost Friday. That's the worst thing ever. Thanks, man. Have a good night. Yeah. Right on. If you enjoyed today's show, the driver Mario Smith. There are two ways to support the show, and that would really help me. If you're watching right now and you see that subscribe button down on the left side of your screen, please click it. Subscribe, and we'll let you know when we go on the air. And we've got some stuff coming up here on backchannel.tv. We don't want you to miss any of it, so make sure that you subscribe. Another way that you can really help me out, no matter when or where you're watching or listening, is leave a review. And you can go to backchannel.tv and click leave a review. Your positive reviews help keep this show going. Once again, please go to backchannel.tv and click on leave a review. We're here every Monday through Wednesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And make sure you come back tomorrow. Just tell your Amazon supported device, your Echo, or whatever, to open the background. And once again, just say to your Echo, open Backchannel. And that's going to end our broadcast day here at backchannel.tv. You can join us again tomorrow morning starting at 6 a.m. Eastern time for Haley and Allison's Good Morning. My name is Mario Smith on behalf of everybody at backchannel.tv. As the sun begins its descent in Chicago, Illinois, we will see you tomorrow. Have a great, great night, everybody.